Hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there? Today, Brent Abel here at webtennis.com, another episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. And your BPR isn't match dependent. BPR, as you probably know, between points routine. I've got a very specific 4 parts between points routine that when I first got into it, I didn't understand, kind of understood the concept, but I didn't understand how important it was in terms of really habituating it in every single match I played. And so, look, I was on the court the other day with a practice partner, and can't remember how we got into the discussion, but he was telling me about a match that he played, somewhat recently. He said, "Yeah, the match got close, and I pulled out that laminated card. Where have I got the cards here? Here it is." He pulled out this card. You can actually pick this up I can mail you one, but it describes the 4 parts between points routine, and it's laminated, so you throw it in your tennis bag, and you can't destroy it. What you're supposed to do with it is pull it out before the match starts, put it on the bench, so every time you change sides during the match, you have a reminder of what you should be doing between every point or the points. And his thought was, yeah, the match got close, and then I went and looked around in my bag and I found it and I pulled it out. And, it didn't really help that much. And I said, look, this can't be, the between points routine cannot be something that if you feel like you need it at this moment in a certain match, that you start going through these 4 different steps of the between points routine. This thing, and I learned from just, probably screwing up some matches where I should have won, and I just got sloppy, and I said, I don't really need to do this routine between points. And of course, I just got sloppy in the match, and I just remember going, wait a minute, I never want that to happen again. So I'm going to make sure that no matter who the opponent is, no matter what round of the tournament is, no matter what, I'm going to make sure that I discipline myself, continue to habituate that between points, I'm always doing this 4 parts routine. Because if you do it once in a while, it just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel authentic, right? And so I want to make sure that first of all, that if you haven't picked up my between points routine, it's a free video I've got for you. It is right here. You can go over to webtennis.com, just drop in a first name and an email address, and you'll get immediate access to a 20-minute video which describes in detail what are the 4 steps that I go through that have definitely helped me in my tournament career. And yeah, it's a free course. Go over there, pick it up when we're done. But look, it's not something that you can do depending on if things are getting tight in the match. Oh boy, I better start doing my between points routine. No, you got to be doing this all the time, all of the time. And the best thing about it is it creates a lot of clarity on 2 fronts. Number one, part of the routine, actually step number 3, is how do you want to start this next upcoming point? You got to have real clarity how you want to start the point. Too often what we do is we think about, well, what do I have to do to win this point? Because it's a big point, right? It's 4-all in the 3rd set. It's 30-all. I'm serving. What am I going to do to actually win the point? And winning the point is not 100% in your control, right? That opponent's got a say in the outcome of the point. So the best that you can do is you can come up with clarity. How are you going to start the next point? And when you're serving, that's easy, right? Well, I'm going tee, I'm going body, I'm going out wide, dependent on maybe what on that day has been working better than maybe on other days, or maybe what you've discovered with your opponent that they don't like. They don't like it when I serve here to that one spot, so why not go there again, right? So that gives you clarity how to start the point. The problem is when you don't have that clarity because you're not going through the routine between each and every point, is you get a little foggy, and then you just start looking for the exit too early in the point. So part of the clarity is, number one, how are you going to start the point? And look, let me just kind of back up a little bit. When you're returning serve, look, for me, it's, all things being equal, unless the guy gives me a fat sitter, I'm going right back up the middle at the guy as he comes out of his service motion, to force him to have to get ready sooner, right? If it's a second serve, return to serve, then I'm looking for, can I get in behind this? Am I going to play a chip and charge and get in? Am I going to drive it and try to get in? Am I going to maybe disguise one of those chip and charge or drive and then play a little drop shot, return to serve? I'm looking for that, right? So that's the start of the point. But again, I'm never ever thinking about, well, what's the point ending result. I mean, obviously we want to win the point, but again, we're not in total control of being able to win the point. So you start with the clarity, how you want to start it, and that clarity seems to have a residual effect in terms of it carries over to the point itself. Fine, you've decided you're serving out wide, the ball comes back, but you still have clarity in terms of what's been working and so far up to that point in the match in terms of what shot choice are you going to make next. So yeah, you got to make sure that not only are you doing this in matches, no matter how easy that opponent is over there, don't get sloppy with not doing it, and spend some time off the court as well practicing. Look, I know this stuff seems like, come on, man, you got to be kidding me. How boring is that, right? To spend 25 seconds going through my between points routine off the court at home, during a commercial as you're watching the tennis channel. Okay. All right. Go on mute with that thing, shut your eyes, and just go through the between point routine a couple of times. You've got to make sure this thing, once you get into a match, number one, is not match dependent, meaning that, well, now I have a close match. No, anyone you're playing against, you got to do it. And the more you do it off the court, you just start to feel that when you're on the court, it just feels more authentic for you, right? It feels more unique to you, whatever that is. So if you've not picked up this yet, again, I highly encourage you, head on over at webtennis.com, drop in a first name, email address, and this is a game changer. This is really, really a big deal. So, all right, guys, well, that's it for me today. Short message. Hope this has been helpful. Any comments, any remarks, feedback, questions down below in the comments area, let me know. And or if you want to just go ahead and keep it private, you can shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. Guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed today's short episode. It was helpful. As always, now it is time. We got to get out there. We got to help another human being have a spectacular day, guys. See you again next time.